Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I literally just woke up 2 seconds ago. It is currently 9:05, so I woke up 5 minutes ago. Sorry. Why is this not loading when it's supposed to? Okay, I gotta, I got to reopen this thing because it's taking entirely too long. There we go. We have set almost nothing up. At least not yet. Here's Asian session high. Asian session low. We don't care about that because why? It was passed underneath. There's our range. We like London session high here. Cool. Here's our range. What happened last time? What occurred? I think I married my bias for the daily, I think. And we ultimately got stopped out, and I decided, okay, I'm not gonna trade again, which, okay, makes sense. So we on the NASDAQ are currently seeing this high here get hit, or actually, sorry, NASDAQ isn't going anywhere near this. The S&P, on the other hand, is. It's creating that new high on the 9 o'clock candle. Are we on the 30-minute for that? Let's go to 30-minute. Let's see what's going on 30-minute. 30-minute. 30 minutes is doing stuff. We don't care about the lows off of the Asian session because they've passed underneath. This is a weird one. We've got gaps all within this. I think this will be the high. You know what? Here, let's do this. Because this right now is currently the high for a London session. That's the low. Boom. Here's our key level right here. We want to be very, very careful with what happens right here. It's just how that is. This is pre-market for New York Stock Exchange. See it'll run up here. Yeah, fair value gap that was inverted. Break structure there. Sweep of the lows. We had relative equal lows here, so that was a sweep there. Retrace, failed, close within this. Breaker block. Or sorry. Close within this. That was the order block. And then push higher. Breaker structure off this downtrend. Ultimately pushing higher. Again, though, this is pre-market, so we're looking for price to continue in whatever direction it wants to within these candles here. I also like looking at the hour compared to this because a little bit more condensed view as to what's going on right here. Again, don't care about this low other than it being a key level, so we'll take that. I don't think there is another. I don't think there's another high we can really take key levels from outside of this high here, which works. Is that low the same thing? It's a doji. Yeah. Different candle pattern altogether. On the outside of NASDAQ. So that key level would have been like right there. Ish. Let's go ahead and head over to the S&P right quick. We got another 11 minutes before the 30-minute counter right here closes. We want to look and see on the 30-minute after that right there hits 30 minutes for us to see. We want to see that change. Just gonna mark out highs and lows here real quick while that's forming. This is the ES. Cool. The value up there, that was just inverted. This is a doji. This candle. What in the world? That's the hour. That's the same chart. Looks the same. Except that right there. Another doji on Trade Locker. Still, that works. That's our range. That is a serious difference. This right here being weird. Major indecision. We had doji and then of course break structure. It actually continues higher off of these two dojis. And then we see it break structure here. We're in a downtrend, invert, and then on this candle, not this candle, but the very next one, we'll see it continue up higher. Actually, no, on this candle, we'll see it break structure above this, and then it'll continue higher. According to Trade Locker. I'm not a fan of checking this right here, taking this as a take profit, because this high's already gone into it. Right here. Right. I'm actually very curious to see what it will do, because this has got to get, this fair value gap here has got to be respected for it to continue lower. And if it is disrespected, it is inverted, we should see price continue higher. What's the 4-hour say? Let's see what's going on there. 4-hour says we're in an uptrend. Nothing big, nothing bad, nothing's really changed. Man, were we wrong on that last trade. It continued even higher after that, and we missed out. We could have made back what we lost there. Oh well. No biggie. No biggie. Daily says we're an uptrend. Everything's an uptrend, so potential longs, I'm not going to marry with that until this right here presents it saying, yeah, we're in an uptrend, we're going to continue higher, right? Because we did break structure on this candle, moving down. It's only recently that we broke structure back to the upside, and that's got to close all the way for us to assume, yep, it's a break, we're going higher. And if this somehow manages to close on the 30-minute and we see a red candle, I'm treating this as the new high across London session. And it's only after that we'll be looking for price to hit the higher low again. All right. From here, we know this is going to get disrespected, so we're going to go ahead and just mark the bottom of that. As confluence. We have fair value gap right here. That's about it. Like, that's a fair value gap right there. That's a fair value gap right there. had relative equal lows here and here, that this price got manipulated to take out, and so we see price continue higher. We're just now seeing it break structure on this, and this is a 10-minute delay, so that works. Same story. If this is respected, we'll see it continue lower, but if it is broke past above this, it'll continue higher. I believe. Don't want to mark it here, but I will for the sake of knowing. We'll keep that there just in case. Bring this down to the 30-minute. This has got to go up, break past this, and continue higher. We did break structure here. I'm not too concerned with that much. Just wanted to point that out. We did touch the high on London session. And again, if this results in a very nice candle being a red candle, that'll be the new high. It will be respecting this for value up here. And I'm going to say we're going to continue in the downtrend we currently are in. On the hour, we'd still be in the downtrend as well because we didn't break past that high specifically. So higher time frame holds higher confluence. Per the hour, we had a respected for value gap saying price would continue lower. Even though the high was hit, the fair value gap still is there to prevent us from saying, oh yeah, it's going higher. So, hello, red candle. Is it doing the same on 30-minute? It is. So that would be the new high. We'll wait for it to close, don't worry. That's a 12-minute timer. It's got 12 minutes to do its thing. Well, they're taking profits because I'm struggling here, guys, because I literally just woke up. How about this? I'm going to go take care of myself real quick, right? I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back. I'm going to look at these charts again. The trade locker, so the big window, is going to be on the 30-minute time frame, so we can see the high and low. The trading view, that smaller window over there with the smaller candles, those are going to be left on the hour, just so we have a broader view. I can't see both on my screen, but I'm sure you can. I'm going to keep those the way they are on purpose, so that way you could see exactly my decision making and why that's a thing. I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to come back. Those are going to change over a little bit, and we're going to, from that, make our confluences as we go. I'll be right back, okay? One moment. We got my blue juice, we gold. Cheers. Don't worry, it's just sugar flavored water. It's actually weird. It tastes a little weird. The box says ocean water. It tastes like oversaturated Powerade. Not Gatorade, not Powerade, but Powerade if it were bad. That's what this tastes like. It's been a minute since I had any flavors. It's gonna take me some getting used to. We're still before the 9:30 candle formation. That's okay. Per the hour, we did not break structure, and this right here is going to give us a new high we can work with. That'll turn into a doji potentially. We still got 5 minutes for that to form, so we're going to let that do its thing. That being the case, we had a doji here. This says price will move higher. It's moved higher, just not high enough to break structure. We have a new high, but this trend says down still. We'll wait. We'll wait patiently. That's one of those flavors that assaults you. Like, you want to enjoy it, but as soon as it hits the back of your throat, cough syrup. Heavily medicated cough syrup. That's what that tastes like. And I've never had, like, unless I'm sick, I've never had that kind of stuff before. And that's like medical grade cough syrup. I don't think I'm going to be having any more of those flavors. I don't know why it's that strong. It's weird. Very why? Why is that a thing? My tongue's even dyed blue. think I'm working. Why do I think I'm working? I know I'm working on it. Hello, 9:30. Let's go ahead and look at. Oh no, that was the 30-minute. Okay, we're forming a red candle now. Do I want to move this? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to move this to that high there. So there's our range. And we want to see what it does within this set of candles here. If we see either one of these hit, that's what we're going to go for. Do we have buy gaps in this? No. So literally what we'd be looking for is either one of these two to get hit, a break of structure, or for... I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. Same story on the NASDAQ. We have one low there that we could look forward to if it wants to hit that. NASDAQ swept past this high here by far. Swept past this high here by far and actually created a whole new high way to flip up here. And that's our current range for NASDAQ. It's pretty widespread. S&P is a little bit more chill. I'll take S&P. Just a smidge. Again, same story. If we see this high get broke past, not only will this be a key level hit, but we'll also see this inverted. I want to wait. I want to wait on the 30-minute for this right here to get disrespected. If it's disrespected, that's a key level hit, inverted for value gap, saying price will actually continue higher instead of lower off of the hour. And so we'll see that break of structure occur on the hour and move higher. Let's actually take a look at that right quick. So we're working on that right now. Potential break of structure on the hour. Because we had the lows manipulated to sweep past these lows over here on the 30-minute. We did not break structure, but we did create a low within London session. It didn't break past the low of outside of the Asian session. It did break past this low inside. So these were manipulated to move past. It did that. Cool. It claimed its liquidity. Now for the hour, we need to see if that break of structure occurs. I'm tempted to say, because this has got a full-blown hour to do, and we need to be on our tiptoes when looking at this. It's the final 30 minutes, so this candle literally will close in 30 minutes for the 9 o'clock candle. So that's what we'll be looking for. That's what we'll be waiting on, is this candle closure. This candle closure is going to give us one of two things. Either A, a disrespected fair value gap, B, a doji showing major indecision within this downtrend. And then, or C, it'll break structure to the upside off of this right here for the 1 hour. Those are the only three things it can give us. If it's a doji, I'm not going to assume price is going to go lower, but I am going to say there's potential for it. And that we need to cross-reference NASDAQ for it, right? Because right now we're looking for a definitive key level hit. If we break structure on the hour, it'll match the 4 and the daily, saying price is continuing higher. If we get a disrespected fair value gap, by default, not only are we breaking structure, but we're also disrespecting that fair value gap and inverting it, making price go higher. The only thing that could say price is going lower is if we, 1, hit a doji, and 2, that doji thereafter decides it's going to continue in the downtrend and hit this key level here. That's the only instance. Maybe that fair value gap right there, if that gets close below and disrespected, we could see price continue lower. But those are the only two instances where price is potentially going to go lower. We're going to move past these lows here without breaking structure. This is the reaction off of it. If this closes within this whole move will have been a breaker block here. From this candle to this candle will have been a breaker block. This breaker block forms. Cool. If this respects this and we see a breaker structure down below this low, we'll know this is an order block and we'll see a sweep here. 18 more minutes for that to close. How's your diet? Dies? How's your guys' day been? Mine's been fine. I just woke up, actually. Had a good sleep. I've been working on my sleep recently, trying to get it to where working's easier. I'm gonna move this right here so I can see that screen quite well. I just realized how much of a difference this is gonna be. I haven't used this PC in a minute. Okay, so that's got an update. think we're witnessing an order block form right now. Because right now, right, we have a downtrend, right? That's obvious from this candle here. From this move down to here, we created a new low off of this. Broke structure. We're in a downtrend. From here, we moved up, right? Here we then move down. This creates the low for London session. Our move back up creates a new high, but we haven't broke structure yet for this 11-minute. If we broke structure here, I think that would be our order block. I like this note that I've made. Look for liquidity sweep here, because we swept past this, we swept past this. This is a liquidity sweep. It moved beyond this, continuing trend down past this. Okay? Look for liquidity sweep, then find the order block prior. The order block would have been this right here. This is our order block. Why? Because it was the retrace up that caused the sweep lower. If price moves beyond the range of the order block, this right here, beyond this range, consider it a break of structure. If not, then look for the next available retrace in reverse for a strong reaction, after which price will trickle in order block fashion, indicating a liquidity sweep. So here is our order block. Here's our range. Let's go ahead and just encompass this right quick, because this is a valid note. I like this note. This note helps me out quite a lot. Here's our order block range. This order block has to be moved beyond, which it has been in both directions. There are two notes to take note of. Either it moves beyond it and closes, making it a break of structure, or it moves beyond it and doesn't. If it doesn't, then what we have to do is look for the retrace. Retrace in reverse for a strong reaction, after which price will trickle in order block fashion, indicating a soon break of structure and liquidity sweep, right? So, if this closes now, right, if it happens now, this is not a break of structure. What's a break of structure? When a candle closes above a high off a downtrend. Here's our most recent high. Here's the high before. This candle specifically would need to close above this in order for that to be a valid break of structure. And even on the 30-minute, hello 30-minute, we broke structure there. Okay. Per the 30-minute, that makes a little sense. Break of structure. We're looking at the hour specifically. Look for the next available retrace and reverse for a strong reaction. So this move down is going to have a strong reaction moving up. That's going to give us a key level hit there. 1. After which price will trickle in order block fashion back down without moving beyond this, indicating a liquidity sweep, break of structure to go even higher. So this is potentially moving even higher because 1, we had break of structure here, break of structure here. 2, here's our retrace. Considering this is the high on London session. So right now, for this whole move, I think price is going to go higher. Current biased high. But before we can make that decision to enter, we need to see this close, and we need to see price's reaction from this move. Because right now we are within range of our order block. Previous order block, actually. So. 4 seconds for that to close. Hello, strong reaction to the upside. So we have moved down here. Then we have a strong, that was quite rapid. For a strong reaction after which price will trickle in order block fashion, indicating a liquidity sweep. Strong reaction off of this. Did we get the hour? Let's see what the hour says. Same story on the hour. That was rapid. That was extremely fast. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen one of those candles form. So, retrace, closure, not within this. We broke past the order block, which was fine. It was fine. Rapid, strong move upward reaction to this. Due to this being the reaction it was, we see price moving higher now. We want it to continue higher. Am I wrong? Looking at the note, per the note, if it moves past the range of the order block, consider it a break of structure. Here's our order block, sweep, move up, move down. These two did not move beyond this range of this, of the order block. It didn't break structure. We're still in a downtrend. We had to move down, and the reaction to it was very strong up. In the reverse, up high, right? After this move, we should see price trickle in order block fashion. What's an order block look like here? I think it's the trickle down, and then it spikes up, continuing higher. We have 23 minutes to find a trade in this. What's the hourly say, I wonder? Hourly says we're still in a downtrend. We haven't broke structure beyond that. This was an order block. We'd be looking for price to disrespected the order block. So it's continuing lower, I think. We're at 10:09 right now. Because the order block was respected, I think price is just going to continue lower. The note says if it's not a break of structure, it'll trickle down in order block fashion. If it trickles down in order block fashion, we should see a strong move, the liquidity sweep, up, right? Order block forms on the down. That signals reversal because it closes within breaker block, right? Breaker block forms, and then from that we see that order block and then move up. I have a video I'm going to watch later on because clarification from breaker block and order block, their relationship and how to use them, is needed when it comes to situations like this right here. This is very, very, very probably one of the easiest confluences to spot. And I think I've done a pretty good job so far, but I'm still unsure of myself when it comes to the respecting of an order block, even though price went beyond that limit. It did not break structure. Breaks of structure, I know, like the back of my hand. I know what they look like. It's the motion from the low to the high that creates problem for me, because unlike a fair value gap, so fair value gaps, when they're disrespected, literally they're closed below, right? They can get wick past, but if they're closed below, that's an inverted fair value gap. Order blocks are treated differently, and I think it's the same story for breaker blocks. Breaker blocks form, order blocks form after that. They form within each other, and in the event they form outside of each other, it's a break of structure. We did not get a break of structure to the upside, so we're looking for a break of structure to the downside, but that would mean we're on continuation, not breaking structure. Make sense? This is a valid order block and breaker block, saying price is going lower, not higher. think with this candle, we should have actually seen that. That closed on the 9. That closed on the 9. That's 9:30. That would be our closure needed there. This was the strong reaction up. Order block. Sweep of the low. I think we need to press sell. We did not get a break of structure. We did get an inverse. So from here, inverse fair value gap, hit key level, move down. From here, we got order block form. And from this will be a thing. Break of structure. So here's what I'm going to do, because I think that is the lineup. If we hit this key level specifically, I'll enter a sell position. Okay? I have a problem with this. Key level hit first. From that key level in the 5-minute, we'd be looking for a break of structure or inverse value gap. Price is going lower on the NASDAQ. I don't like this. I'm going to save myself right quick. My stop loss is going to be like right in this. Right above that fair value gap. I take profits. Sure. Why not? This is a very stupid trade. Put it right there, just cause. This is an awful trade. This is absolutely bad. Terrible. Why is it so bad? Why is it? I'm working off confluences that I didn't discover, I did not identify until it was too late. What do I mean by that? Let's go to the hour real quick. Let's just take a look. First off, on the hour, if we were to treat everything like we were supposed to, right? This right here would have been our first key level. The fact that it respected the order block, right? If we treated this like a fair value gap and not an order block, right? This was a respected fair value gap, meaning it closed within and then continued lower. Respected, it closed below. From there, that would have been our first key level hit. Off that key level, we would have gone to 5 minute. 5 minute to something different. If this will load, trying to explain why the trade was bad, not the platform. Load a bit quicker. Come on. Take it too long. Let's go. It's not hard to go from 1 hour to 5 minutes. Go. So, I'm going to do the same thing here so that you're on the same page. Boom. Here's our fair value gap, right? It's respected. This would have been our first key level hit. We go to 5 minute here. From the 5 minute, what are we looking for? Break of structure, inverse fair value gap, SMT divergence. Well, here's the closure below. Here's the reaction. Right? We didn't get a break of structure. Did we get an inverse fair value gap? Nope. So would it have been an S&T? Yeah. Yeah, S&T. Saying price was actually going to continue lower. Okay. That is still taking forever to load. You're getting closed now. You're taking far too long to load. Hurry up. Not even going to play with that anymore. I'm just going to let it do its thing. That's not fun. Not fun to do that at all. Let's go over here. So, the SMT occurred, saying price was going to continue lower. Okay, from that, we should have looked for two things. One, we should have looked for the order block, breaker block, equilibrium, or fair value gap to form, saying price is going to go lower. We didn't look for that. We did, plain and simple. Instead, what we did was we treated this right here like a key level hit. From this key level, we moved down. Right? We broke structure here. This is a terrible trade. Terrible. Terrible. You couldn't rhyme any better than what I've done now. Terrible. Awful. Bad. I almost hope I lose this. It did not close within. I didn't explain the rest of it, and that is on purpose. Closed there. We did not break structure. The SMT says we're going to continue lower. Okay, so the SMT works off of 5 minute. While on the 5 minute, we need to look for, specifically, the rest of the confluences needed. That would have been a fair value gap. Fair value gap there, boom. That fair value gap says price is going to go lower, so we go to the 1 minute. 1 minute, we would have looked for what? Break of structure, inverse fair value gap. What would have said price is going to continue lower? Technically, that right there said, would this move up right here? We had a fair value gap there. Closed above it, inverting it. Almost like right after I entered. You see price continuing lower. We have not seen a break of structure at all. Do you understand how bad a trade this is? This is a very bad trade. 1000% guessed here. No patience, like... Why did I take this trade? Because on the 5 minute, and only the 5 minute, from the hour and the 30 minute, we recognize this as an order block. Order blocks can be any number of candles so long as they match. Right? That candle was the reaction off the breaker block. This right here, respecting the order block and closing below it. Validating this order block. The reaction closed within, respected, and we saw the reaction off of that trickle in per my notes section, order block fashion, which means we should be seeing a move up here soon. But we didn't break structure. Makes sense? The order block in this case would have formed on the upside, showing the continuation per the respected previous order block and the overall respected breaker block continuation down. The logic is there if the notes are disobeyed and not followed, which makes me think the note I took was wrong. For those of you who are more experienced than I am when it comes to this kind of thing, comment below roasting the ever-living crap out of me, because I deserve it. This is an awful trade. If I win, roast me alive. Find something about this video that you just despise and dog on me. Okay? We're in this trade. Sound like Trump right there. We're in this trade. We're in this Italian Trump. I ain't got no good impression. We in this trade. Do I care about winning it? Absolutely not. That would make me a terrible trader. I'm a terrible trader for even entering this. This is an awful trade. Comment section. I have a video to watch here soon. I didn't even validating this even. I don't know. We might actually see a reversal here just because I'm looking at this right here. I don't think it's going to go down as far as that. I think it's going to stop there and continue higher. Which means this would be a valid order block and we're seeing price go higher. That's also a shaky subject. Take profits. Because if I can't reliably identify a breaker block or a freaking order block How am I to identify take profits off of one? Let's go to the high time frame and see if I can even see what's happening. This right here is what I was looking at before. We have a fair value gap there. If it closes in the next 30 minutes and it actually sits below that, it'll continue lower because it's an inverse fair value gap. That part makes sense. Do we see it continuing lower beyond that? The only real target is this right here, and this would be an order block. Right now it's looking like it's actually going to close below it. I've made 2 pennies off a 63-cent investment. Big oof. Am I unpaused? I am unpaused. Good. This is awful. Luck is legitimately at play here because I entered at the time. I was like just before the time I was supposed to enter. Awful. Here's a value gap it could target. There's another over there it could target. It would really need to bolt like all the way. It would need to tank completely in order to hit this. This, in my opinion, is unrealistic. This is within range if it closes below that, which it's starting to look like it will. I'll let it sit for a while. So it's 10:30 now. If we wanted to take a trade after that, that would have been a no-no, but we're currently in a trade. So we're going to let it do its thing. We're going to see what's happening. We're going to really meh. We're going to do something. Don't know what, though. I want to take a quick gander at this here with a calculator. From 0, it charged us. We lost. $14. This number adds up to this one. That works. Just wanted to make sure that was the correct number to look at. That was me totaling up the charges from entering trade and winning and losing all in one, starting from 0. 19.86 minus 14, or plus 14 is 20, and that's what I started with, so. 14 cents is the goal I have to make back in order to bring that back to 0 and stay in the positive for the month of July. 14 cents. That's my goal. If not, that means I'm failed again and reality check. No easy way out for me. I'll pause the video right quick. I'll be right back. So I'm looking at market, right? Bad trade, not trying to make it worse. I'm trying to figure out where to cut my losses. We're still in the green, 3 cents. That has been changing constantly. I figure let's sit on the 5-minute and look very closely at this pattern here. We have plenty of room to continue to go lower. If we break structure and then continue higher, our stop loss is here. This is our entry. We break structure, trade's over. We have a minute 20 to go. Definitely making note of all what happened today. Hope you guys are ready for stream. We'll be streaming from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. today. I can't wait for it, honestly. And I am going to go the full 8 hours. I'm committed to it. I'm ready to go. That is my goal today. Make a couple pennies off of this trade and then work my way over to stream and actually go the full 8. Unlike last time. I'm thinking Destiny 2, just because it's okay right now. I got some stuff in the works too for vertical viewers. Anyone on the phone wanting to watch? I got TikTok and YouTube coming up. I gotta set up the overlays so that way they're very clean looking. Um, the hope is that when I go live, I can go live to TikTok and YouTube for a second time. YouTube will be vertical view, TikTok vertical view, and then YouTube will be the home of both horizontal and vertical. Um, again, the hope is that I can cross pollinate stream with stuff, and the end result is I can make shorts with a viable overlay that looks good and still have YouTube horizontal view I can then manipulate for videos. That's the hope. Looks like we're continuing lower. We closed within range of that order block right there, so. It's all going down. FOMO got the better of me on this trade. It's awful that it did. crazy. So we had a break of structure. We're at 11:41. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm very tempted to leave market at the moment. We've already broken structure. Either this continues down and breaks structure here, or we reverse and go higher. Regardless, I think if we can go much lower than this, yay. But if we can't break this and we're still in the green when this closes, I'm 1000% going to be closing the position, calling it a day, moving on. I want to continuously say this is a terrible trade, and this video, this method of trading should never happen again. Outside of knowing what I'm looking at. If I can confidently identify everything, I have no problem with entering a trade like this, but I need to be able to confidently identify that confluence. Otherwise, it's not worth looking at. Became close to getting stopped out already. We broke structure back to the upside. That's what NASDAQ is doing. Yeah, NASDAQ is the same story. We have a low here, and we're waiting for it to come down and close below. If it closes below, we'll see it continue down. If not, this will be a setup for moving higher. That is a potential. Stuff, man. Stuff. We made a penny off of a terrible trade. I hope you guys enjoyed. Absolute take Bravo Express. Okay. This. Fee trade. That actually breaks it down a little bit easier. This entire thing right here. Because I started at 20. Fee trade. That actually works. I'm glad this is a thing. And the result of all of this adds up to this right here. So, that works. Yeah. This is where we are at the moment. That's what we gained off of this trade. Of course, it didn't do much because they charged us as well. Big whoop. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment. Roast the ever-living crap out of me, please, because this was a terrible trade to have taken. Absolutely awful. And chances are we'll continue on down in this downtrend right now. I'm not going to stick around for it, though, because that was just a bad judgment call. FOMO got the better of me, and I should have never pressed that button. I should have left it the way it was and left trade, just because this right here. I got a couple videos to watch over the weekend. I'm going to do my studying, get a few of those key levels, key points down packed to a fine tune. Because I'm sick and tired of looking at something like this right here and going, I wonder what's going to happen, and missing out because my failure in understanding what closure below this and respecting this means. So I'm going to get fine-tune points on this to better identify that in the future, regardless of the way it presents itself. That being the case, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are ready for stream. Stay tuned, because I'll be streaming from 2 p.m. till 10 tonight. Saturday and Sunday, there won't be any content displayed. I might record, but I might not. I will not be streaming. You'll see that video posted Thursday. And in the event you guys have been watching anything from Orb's Vault or my neutral channel, just Orb, Gaming Orb, comment below. Let me know. Do you guys like the structure I've got going now? It's way more comfortable for me. I have an entire week of editing a video. I can then post that video Friday before I stream. And, of course, this channel didn't really change much. I've been posting when there's no news and when trading is optimal, right? I understand the uploading of this channel can get a little sporadic, and that's by design. I cannot trade on days that news comes around. So I'm not going to be recording, nor am I going to be posting. Yeah. Let me know, though. What do you guys think about the other two channels? You think that structure is okay with you guys? You get a little bit better of a video out of it on the neutral channel. And then Orb's Vault might not be seeing as much action as it has in the past, but 8-hour-long streams is still plenty of content to look at, in my opinion. I am looking forward to editing those streams. I am. One stream over the span of 8 hours gives me a whole lot to work with. I honestly cannot wait to get to it. So, that being the case, I'll see you guys in the next one. Am I trading Monday? What does Monday have in store? Hang on. Let me see what next week has. That's Saturday, that's Sunday. Hello, Monday. Monday has no news. Tuesday, hello. No news to speak of, but Fed Chair or Powell speaks. That might have an impact. Wednesday has no news. Thursday has no news. High impact, but no news. And then Friday has no news. Okay, so all of next week. PMI, unemployment claims. Okay, all of next week is gold. There's some high impact news on Tuesday and Thursday, but outside of that, I mean, next week is fire. We should have plenty of stuff next week. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you on the next one.